Okay, so let me share today's class agenda or class topic. The screenshot is already opened. We are going to cover three, four topics today, and hopefully five topics will be covered tomorrow. So don't be afraid of this number of topics. I will try to make it explain it very easily, and I hope you will, you will be uh, feeling no any difficulty to understand these topics. So all are relevant to our professional, daily official task. So let me start with this conditional formatting. So here is the customer database. The file is already shared in the group, and I hope you must be familiar with this database. So when we talk about this conditional formatting, so conditional formatting option, you will find this option here at the home menu in the main ribbon, home menu. There is a style category. You can see my cursor at the mid of this, file. So there is a drop down menu, conditional formatting. So you will find a number of options here. So I will try to explain all these options quickly. For example, we start with this first highest highlight style rules. So there are a number of rules we will try to explore one by one. And these all rules are very much important and that will make your work easier. So remember that this conditional formatting is nothing to do with your data analysis part. This is all about highlighting some critical or important values from your data file. So that's why this is called conditional formatting. This is not about calculations. This is not about the analysis part. So you will only able to highlight few certain important values out of big data file. So we start with this one, greater than. What is greater than? So let me find a column to just start the experiment. So let's say I pick this age column. Let me highlight this one with yellow color. And this is I bar, I column. Okay. So I will be experimenting on different columns, the same thing. So before applying this conditional formatting, you first have to select the area. For example, I select these 10, 12, I think 10, 15 cells, not the entire column, just for this kind of experiment. So go to this conditional format and pick this first one, greater than. So what do we mean by this greater than? So you notice that I have not put any number here, but just I selected the area and I just picked the function and the Excel automatically highlighted few cells without any condition from my side. So why? Because Excel picked the average value from the selected area and Excel mentioned that 51 is the average value. So any value above 51, which is already mentioned here from Excel, not from my side. So that should be highlighted as yellow, sorry, as red color. So this red is a conditional formatting color. You can change the colors. The first thing is what is your requirement regarding this greater than value? So for example, I want all values greater than 40 to be highlighted in this selected area. So let's say I change this value. I mentioned 40. So you notice that all values greater than 40 is highlighted now as red color. Okay. So you can change the value. For example, if I mention 60, so you will notice that few values remained, red and other are highlighted as, red. Few are highlighted as red and other are as white. So if you want to change the color of the selected cells, which is, greater than value, red cells, you can change the colors from this drop down menu. If you don't like red color to highlight this, your required numbers, so click on this yellow and you will see the color will be changed. So similarly, you can pick green color or you can pick any other color. Let's say if I click on this red border, so it should be, I picked red text, so the colors are highlighted as red text color, not the cells. So similarly, if you want to change the color or anything, so go to this custom format and you will find a menu there are a lot of options. You can give any color according to your choice. Other than the colors given in the drop down menu, you can pick any color of your choice. So moving forward, let's say we pick this color red. Okay. So this is the condition number one, conditional formatting. We pick this greater than value, and all values are highlighted, which are according to the criteria. So let's say we go for this less than value. So click on this. So if I say all values less than 30 should be highlighted. So I the sorry, I missed to select the area first. Now I'm again applying the same rule. Go to this less than option, and I'm mentioning here all values should be highlighted which are less than 30. So it should be no, okay. So let me apply this condition on this G column. So let's say I select few values here, and I mention here all values which are less than 15 should be mentioned here. So see, I didn't mention the value yet, but it's highlighted itself by finding the average. So I mention here 15. So all values which are less than 15, you can see all are highlighted as green, as red value. So similarly, there are number of conditional formatting option. You can pick any of the criteria, and you will be finding the relevant values. For example, if if I click this n column employee, so this can be a number of employees, I guess, because there is no any further details available. So if I select this area and I want to highlight some values between some certain range. So let's say as I clicked on this between option, so you will find two separate blocks to mention the values. For example, if I mention here the values between 20 to 30 should be highlighted as red. So you see, I mentioned 20 to 30 range, and all values within the selected area are highlighted as red. So similarly, if moving forward, if you want to find any value with some certain number, or let's say with applying some equal to rule, so click on this equal to option. I highlighted L column job category. This is a column title. So let's say I mention here all values equal to 4 should be highlighted. So you notice that only two values from these columns are highlighted as you know uh, 4. Similarly, I will be moving forward, picking this income column to just to check few more rules. Let's say there is a text condition. So text condition, I should be clicking this text column. Let's say I pick this B column for this experiment, and I click here text. So you notice that Excel picked itself Islamabad as red. So if let's say if I mention here just for the experiment Lahore, you notice that Lahore values are highlighted. So the purpose of this conditional formatting is to highlight certain values for any kind of scenario, for any kind of case study, or maybe for any kind of uh, uh, any certain values can be highlighted through this option. So date occurring, I think we don't have date column in this database. So otherwise, I must apply this. So let me just explain. If you have any date column in your database, so you can pick date like this, yesterday. You can pick all the cases happened yesterday. You can pick all the cases happened today, tomorrow, in the last 7 days, last week. All you need is to select the date column first and then apply this condition, and the relevant date cases will be appeared on your screen. So you can see this drop down menu. You can pick the conditional condition according to your requirement. So what next? There is another option, duplicate value. So let me show you how it works. So for example, I I copy some values from here. For example, I just copy these three cells and I will be, pasting here just to just for this experiment how duplicate value can be identified from Excel. If you have 5,000 or 50,000 households information or customer database, and you want to check is there any duplication in this data set, so there is a shortcut. Instead of working on different techniques, just select the column. I selected all 5,000 cases and I ask Excel to help me to find this duplicate value. So what I'm doing now, I'm just clicking on this duplicate value, and you will find a number of repeated or copied cells here. So you notice that these three cells I copied and pasted intentionally, and you see these three repetitions are highlighted. And this is the best approach and best shortcut to find duplications in your data. So why we need this condition? Most of the time when we pick data from the field, for example, you are conducting some research, some survey in any area, and you want to check is there any household entered twice or thrice uh, because of any error. So this conditional formatting and this duplicate value option is very helpful to identify any repetition in your data. So there is another option. Let me copy this column and I just want to show you something. For example, if I copy this column and I paste here in the third sheet, sheet number one actually, and I want to remove all duplicate cases from this column. So what I need to do, just simply select this area, this the entire range, go to this data menu, and you will find uh, you know option in the data menu, and there is a data tool category. You will find this icon here, remove duplications. And when you click on this, you will notice that 27 duplicate values found and removed out of 5,000 plus household, or sorry, customer IDs. Only 4,980s are remain, all repeated values removed. So you notice that all repeated values have been removed from this category. So this is the shortcut. You can pick, you can highlight the duplicate values and you can remove easily. So moving forward, there are more other things. For example, now we are on the second category. First, we highlighted few greater than, less than, between, equal to values. Now we are on the next phase. What if you want to pick top 10 values, top 10 100%, top 10%, top 10 values, something. So for example, if you are working on in finance or in logistic department and you want to pick some top 10 values, so you can work this way. Uh, Let me, let's say I'm again on this age column and I select this area for this experiment. And at the end of this exercise, I will tell you how to remove this, conditional formatting from your data file. So let's say this is a selected area, age column, I column. So I apply the condition on this selected area. So let's say I say top 10 items. So according to the given numbers, according to the selected area, few cells, it highlighted, Excel highlighted top 10 values, not percentages. Remember that, top 10 values. So, okay, fine. So let's say if I select this entire area now for the other experiment, I, highlight this with the yellow color, with this slight orange color, and I go for the next condition. Let's say go to this top, and now I'm picking top 10%. So if I click on this top 10%, so it highlighted top 10%, not the values itself, but in that it picked the values in percentages, top 10% from the entire range, not from the one column, but the entire range. So similarly, if I move, scroll down and I select another area for other experiment. So let's see what next. So there are some other option, bottom 10%, above average, below average. So let's say I just pick this bottom 10 items. So let's say, so you notice that Excel highlighted only this H column because according to this selected area, five columns were there, but this H column is the lowest. This H column contains the lowest value, so it highlighted that one. So similarly, you can find the average values from this home from the same rule, above average or below average. Let's say above average. So these values are above average from the selected area, not the entire sheet or entire column. So similarly, moving forward, there are some other conditions. Let's say uh, data bars, very much important. So let's say I'm here on this. I'm just scrolling down the sheet just so you don't be confused what I'm talking about. So we have selected this area, let's say, and I want to mention bars instead of highlighting the cells. I want to mention the through this conditional formatting. I want to mention the bars. So you notice that as I move my cursor on this first option, so the all the values are converted into bars. Values are still there, but according to the previous and other values from the selected area, the bars are mentioned according to the scale of the values. So, for example, if you see this age column, so you will see some bars are very small, some bars are in the full length. So this that's all because of the selected area, and that Excel calculated this bar according to the selection of the area. There is no other science. Just we selected the area, and Excel calculated itself how long the bar should be. So similarly, if I need to change the color, so these are some solid colors, these are some lighter color. So you can pick the colors according to your choice, either red or green or purple or any other color. So let's say I have picked some other colors. So you can change the colors according to your choice. So moving forward, there are some other options like bar colors we have checked. There are some color scales. So for example, if you want to if you want to mention your data according to your different color schemes, and there is some mathematics or some mechanism behind these colors, so you can pick the any color choice, any color scheme according to your choice. For example, green, yellow, red color. But when you apply this green, yellow, red color, there is some justification behind these colors. So you have highlighted your select some important data according to your color scheme, but now you can see, you can define the color according to number specifications or number calculations. If I click on this, go to this home menu, conditional formatting and color scheme, and if you click on this more rules, you will find some numbers behind these colors. So you see, this is two color scheme. If you click on this three color scheme, you will find the colors are different. Now again, what color is presenting what? So what is this, red color? Red color is showing the lowest value. This orange color is showing midpoint 50, midpoint of the selected area, not the entire column or entire data set, selected area. So similarly, highest value is presented with, green. So these color are changing according to the numbers. So if the number is big, high on higher side, that is solid green. If it's slight less or slight less from the highest number, so that green color will change accordingly. So similarly, you can see the pattern in red and orange color scheme. So similarly, you will find some other options as well. Let me explore quickly more other options. If you see icon, so you will find a number of options here. So for example, if you want to mention arrows according to the uh, type of number or range of number, so you will notice that with single selection or with single button, we have found different arrows in different dimensions. So these dimensions are associated with the number. If the number is on the higher side, you will notice that the color you will find, green upper arrow. If the number is on the lower side, according to the selected area, these numbers will be, the arrows will be red and downward side. So similarly, you will see some are in the, little diagonal side arrow, or some are in the downside. So you will find different patterns in the arrow shape. Moving forward, I'm selecting another area. Just for the other experiment, you will find some signals option. These are called three traffic lights. So there are some other patterns, the shape is the same, but there are other, different type of traffic signals. So you can pick according to your choice. So also, if you pick these signals, there is some logic behind these signals. So for example, if you click on this more rule, you will notice that these signals are associated with the values. So for example, if the green, it means the value is either greater than or equal to 67. And also in percent, if you change the percent into number or formula or percentile, it's your choice. You can change the values accordingly. So by default, it calculated as percent and highlighted the traffic signals accordingly. So for example, if you change this into percentage, so you can change the values or numbers or percentages according to your choice. So for example, if I mention here, let's say 15, and also I mention here number, let's say 20. So we will see the other result. No, something is wrong. We have to, change this. Okay, so there is another option. So if you want to change, if you want to show the only traffic signal instead of numbers, so you can just mention here, and it's not working. Let me check it again. So I'm selecting this area for the traffic signals moving forward, and you will see there is a, traffic signal option. Let's say this one, we pick it again. Go to this, sorry, let me check what it says. You notice that I just click on an option, the values are removed or disappeared, the only signals are there. So similarly, you can mention both, either values and signals both. So there are options are available. So similarly, if you want to mention these flags, uh, click on this. If you want to, mention this cross and tick mark sign, click here. These are basically indicators, so you can pick any indicators from here. Or similarly, if you want to, mention the bar along with the values, so these are the vertical bars, so you can pick these bars here. And if you want to, mention these stars or, circles, quarters, basically these signs are showing as quarter. So there's a rating. So you can pick these stars, you can pick these boxes, square boxes, bars. So there are a number of things. So I hope you got the idea of this conditional formatting thing. But what if you have applied conditional formatting and you want to remove this formatting? What is a method to remove this formatting from your data set? So these are not simple. Like if you want to, if you select the area and you simply think that you will be clicking on delete button, the formatting will be gone. This is not the case. So to remove the conditional formatting, you will be clicking on this menu and you will find this, clear rule. So when you click on this clear rule, so there are two options. Either you want to remove this conditional formatting from the selected area or the entire sheet. So as you know that we have applied this conditional formatting on a number of cells. So I would prefer to, remove this conditional formatting in one go from the entire sheet. There are a number of formatting options of formatting things. So I'll be clicking here and I will click on this and I will be clicking on click clear rules from entire sheet. And you notice that the all the conditional formatting removed from this file. So I hope you are clear about this conditional formatting thing. If you have any question regarding conditional formatting, please ask. Otherwise, I move on to the next topic. Any question from your side?
No question.
Okay. So, next is protection of sheet, cells, and workbook. So this is very important thing. Uh, Sometimes you want to protect your file when you are sharing with your colleagues or with your stakeholders or with your subordinates. So for protection, there are four methods in Excel. So we will be covering in this section different protection method for Excel. So protection, there are four types of different protections available in Excel file. So the first protection is you can protect this entire file. When you will be sharing this file with others, to open this file, the other person or receiver will be required a password. So the first option to protect this entire sheet is protection of your entire file. How you can apply this function? Go to this file menu. I repeat it, go to this file menu, click on this info, and you will find protect workbook. Click on this, and you will find this option, encrypt with password. So if I click on this, this will be asking about password. So 123 is a universal password for this experiment. So I'm pressing OK, re-enter the password 123, and I have uh, set the password on this file. And you notice that as I mentioned the password on this file, this turned into a yellow box, which indicates that your file is protected now. So if I close this file, save, if I close this file and I want to open this file again, so you will notice that, let me double click on this file. You will notice that this file requires a password. So I will be pressing 123 and the file will be open. So this is a protection level 1 where you can put password on your file. So if you want to remove this password, very easy. How to remove this password? Go to this file and file menu, go to info and go to this, yellow highlighted part, protect workbook. Click on this, click on this second option, encrypt with the password. Simply, you need to remove this password from here. Just select the password just to, deactivate. Just select the password and press backspace. As you clicked on this backspace and press OK, you will notice that this area is turned into original shape, not highlighted as yellow as it was earlier. So this indicates that this file is password free file now. Okay. So if I close this one, and you have to save it also. If I save it and if I click on this file again, you will notice that I do not need any password now. So we have done protection level 1, where we tried to protect this entire file. So there is another protection. If you go to this view file, sorry, review, so you will notice two other protection levels. So the first one is protect workbook. The second one is protect sheet. So when you click on this protect workbook, so we will learn that how does it work? What do we mean by this protect workbook? This is a second layer of security or second type of security. Click on this. You will notice that there are two things mentioned, structure and windows. So if we apply password on this workbook, if we protect this workbook, so we will see how it works. Press OK and re-enter the password 123. Press OK. You will notice that you can change anything in the file. For example, if I want to change this value 13, if I want to change this value, I can easily change. I can make any changes across the file. So there is no, restriction. But what's the point of this protection? If I'm still able to change everything in this file, so what's the point? So when you click on this structure, when you apply restriction or protection on this workbook, which means you are protecting the structure, it means you cannot apply things on this, uh, on the structure of this file. What do you mean by structure? You will notice that I cannot add more sheets in the file. So the structure is locked. We are talking about the structure only. The structure is locked. If you want to change or rename any sheet, so all the functions are disabled now. You only can, view the code or select all the sheets. There are all other options are, disabled. You cannot insert any new sheet. You cannot delete any sheet. You cannot rename any sheet. You cannot move or copy any sheet from this file to any other file, or either you cannot move any sheet within this file. Like we learned how to move your sheets locations. You are unable to move now. So the entire structure is locked now. So how to open this? Go to this review and protect workbook. Click on this protect workbook, and if I enter universal password 123, so you notice that now I have options to add more sheets. So the structure is unlocked now. So if you want to, delete any of the sheets, simply click on this. You will notice that all the options are visible and active now. You can click any function and you can delete the sheet, you can rename the sheet, anything, and you can, change the color of any sheet. All these functions are available now. So you notice that now you can make changes in the structure. So the same option is also available here in the, protection. So, protect workbook structure. So this function is available at two different places. One in the file menu in the info bar, you will find at this place protect workbook structure, option number one or way number one. The other one is you will find this from review menu. So I hope you are clear about this, two different type of protections. One is for the entire sheet, the other one is about the structure, protection of the structure of the Excel file. So there is third type of protection available in this file as well. So that is called protect sheet. You will find this option in the review menu. This is option number one or way number one. Also, you will find this option in the home menu in this format protect sheet. This is option number two. You will find this same option here in any sheet. When you will be clicking on the right, when you will right click on any of the sheet, you will find the same option here, protect sheet. So we have found three different options to lock or protect the sheet. There is another option, fourth option. Go to this info bar and you will find this option here, protect current sheet. So the same function is available at four different places, different option, different, you can apply this protection by four different ways. So how it works and what do we mean by sheet protection? When you apply this condition, sheet protection, on any of the sheet, you are not able to make any changes in that sheet. The protection of sheet means you are unable to make any changes in the entire sheet. So how it works, for example, go to this review and click on this protect sheet. And again, you will find a window which is asking for the password. Mention 123, click OK and mention 123 as re-enter the password. press OK. So you notice that this sheet is protected now. The customer database is protected now. What if I want to change any cell or if I want to make any changes? This will not allowed. So for example, if I want to change this first value in the F column, you can see F column, first value 46 is the number. If I want to change anything, as I mentioned, as I click on the any alphabet from the keyboard, this will not allowed. If you also notice, uh, the all the functions on this home menu are disabled now because you have protected the sheet. So you cannot make any changes, you cannot change the colors, you cannot change the text style, font size, bold, unbold. Formatting is totally disabled, and all the relevant changes are totally disabled. So you basically you locked the sheet. No one can change this. So you can apply this function from, four different ways. I hope you got the idea. Yes, Asiya, you want to ask something?
So we cannot, uh, no one who does not know the password cannot make any changes, neither copying nor editing, printing,
Oh,
anything.
yes. You cannot even delete any cell. For example, if I want to delete this cell and if I press delete button, you will notice this, you will see this message. So this means you need the password first to make any changes. So this is basically protection of a sheet. So if you want to make any changes in the entire sheet or anywhere, changes regarding anything, regarding editing, regarding formatting or anything, go to this, review and click on this unprotect sheet, and you have to give the password and press OK. And now you will notice that all the functions are visible now, active now. So you can delete the data, you can, make some coloring, formatting, whatever you want. So this way you can work on this protection. So up till now, we have covered three different type of protection levels in Excel. But there is another level which is called cell protection, which is more important. So people who work with UN type organizations, uh, you often receive some timesheets or some financial invoices, something like this, which are, totally protected, and you are allowed to enter or changes only few cells. The rest of the sheet is totally locked. So you might observe this, or you might have worked on this kind of sheets. So how you can lock few cells or unlock few cells? So we will learn this in this experiment. If, for example, let me, I will apply this condition over this in this area. So let's say this is a selected area. I want to, I highlight this from 97 to 108. These are total 12 cells. So if you want to restrict only few cells, how you will protect this selected area, only few cells, how you can protect the selected cells? So there is another method. So to apply this condition, first I would like to explain, or I would like to tell you that by default, every cell in Excel is locked. How and what do we mean by this lock? There is a menu. I will open this by Control+1. Control+1, when you press this button Control+1, you will find this format cell. Also, you can find this menu from here. If I click on any of the cell and if you go to this format cell, you will find the same menu. So there are two different options to find this menu, Control+1 or format cells. So you will notice that if you click on this protection, the last tab within this menu, there are two options available. So locked, hidden. So if I select the entire sheet, and if we want to check either the cells are locked or not. So click or press Control plus 1, you will find this status here. This means the entire sheet is by default locked. So you want to unlock it or you want to keep it locked. It's your choice. But for this experiment, what I want to, lock these selected cells, and I will open this entire sheet. I want to open the rest of the sheet. So how it will work? Uh, you know, I will click on this, go to this format cell and keep the cell locked, which is already locked. Press OK. And if I protect the sheet with this password 123, you will notice that these 10 cells are locked. Sorry, experiment goes wrong. So let me, do it again. So for this experiment, where we want to lock few cells, I need to select this sheet first, and I'm entering Control plus 1. Control plus 1 something. Sorry, I already have protected the sheet. Let me open this first. Okay, so I'm repeating it. What I'm doing now, Control plus 1, I will unlock all the sheet first. Then I will select this area and I will again press Control plus 1 to lock this 10 cells. I want to lock this 10 cells and press OK. And again, I will lock the sheet. Click on this, right click on this, protect sheet 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So if I click on this cell, which I locked, you are not able to mention anything in the selected or highlighted area. But if I want to mention other cells, I am able to change the, surrounding area, or I can change any other, I can make change in the rest of the sheet. So if, for example, if I want to change here, I'm able to mention some values here. I can mention something in the last cell, but I will not be able to mention anything in this selected area because these cells are locked. The rest of the sheet is open for you, but these cells are locked. So if you want to, unlock this file, so go to this, click on this unprotected sheet, give the password 1, 2, 3, and now you will be clicking on this Control plus 1 or format cell. Now this is unlocked, so you can mention anything here. If I want to change something here, so I am able to edit something. So I hope you got the idea how you can lock few cells, how you can lock the entire sheet, how you can lock the structure, and how you can protect the entire file. So there are four type of different protection levels in the Excel. So far, if you have any question regarding this protection method, you can ask. Otherwise, uh, allow me to move to the next topic. So yes, Nadia.
Okay, the way you said it, what I noticed is that the selected area, when you locked it, then you also locked the entire sheet. But when you opened it, then you start doing any like changes in the other cells other than those highlighted ones. So when you have locked the sheet, then how can you work on other cells?
Okay, so if you notice that uh, when I explained, I told that by default the entire sheet or every cell is locked. So before applying this protection on the selected cells, I clicked on the entire sheet and by clicking here, I unlocked the entire sheet first. Just to apply protection on the selected area, I unlocked the entire sheet first. Fine. Like this is
Okay.
unlocked right now.
Okay.
So by default, there is a tick mark. This box is, clicked by default. So first I
Mhm.
unlocked the entire sheet to apply protection on selected cells. So after that, I selected these 10, 12 cells again by clicking on Control+1. I locked these cells. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's after that I protected the sheet. Protect the sheet. So this is a third step. First, initially, I opened the entire sheet. I unlocked the entire sheet. Step number two, I locked few cells, required cells or highlighted cells, and then I at the third number or third step, I applied restriction on the entire sheet. So you notice that now my sheet
So
is
it
protected
means
now.
that when you have to protect certain cells, it means that the other part of the sheet is not protected.
Obviously,
It is
yes,
protected, but is not locked.
yes, the sheet is protected now,
So what do you
but
mean by protection?
protection
Sheet is
means
protected structure wise.
not. Sheet is protected. You can say uh, the sheet is protected actually. Yes, you can see the all the formatting or editing options are invisible now, but these cells are unchangeable because
Okay.
you locked
Okay.
it yourself. Remember that. Remember the first step. We unlocked the entire sheet. We unlocked
Yeah.
the all the cells
Hmm.
intentionally. Then we selected few cells and we locked it. At the
Yes.
third step, to apply this restriction or protection on selected cells, we also protected the sheet. You notice that this is password protected
Yeah.
sheet now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I click on this and if I give the password, you will notice that the formatting and editing options will be visible or active. You notice that. So this is how you can
We
apply.
cannot do any formatting or editing, but we can
Yes,
change the text in the cell.
yes, yes. You
So
can
it
change
means
the.
it's not fully protected. That
Yes,
एक तो आप, there was the second option that you were telling us, that when you protect the sheet, it means that you cannot make any kind of changes even in the cells. But in
yes.
this case, you can make the changes in the cells.
Maybe we can make the changes in the cells other than the selected area because we
Yes.
intentionally locked these cells. Otherwise, the step number one was we unlocked the entire sheet. So
Okay.
in other words, if the sheet is if you get any data file that is totally
Mm-hmm.
locked, remember that. So when you apply sheet protection on any Excel file, the entire sheet will be locked because by
Okay.
default, every cell is locked by default. So if you click on this
Okay.
and I just try to explain here. This is another file, another sheet. If I want to see the status of this cell, either it's locked or not, I will be clicking on this Control+1 shortcut and you notice that this cell is locked. Even if you
Okay.
pick the entire sheet and you want to check the status of this file, by default, this entire sheet is locked.
Okay. Okay.
But if you want to lock few cells, 5 or 10 cells from the entire sheet, so there is a process. First, you will unlock the entire sheet, step number one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you will lock 5 or 10 required cells like I did in this customer database, and then you will protect the sheet. So at the
Okay.
at the end, at the result, you will be able to make changes in the entire sheet because you unlocked the entire sheet at step number one, and you will not be make any changes in the selected 5 or 10 cells because you locked it yourself.
Yes, I got it. I mean, it's kind of you are only allowing to make the changes within the cells in the text
Yeah.
or in the numbers,
Yes.
but
Yes.
overall, all the icons are off. You cannot
Yes.
format it. You cannot do anything.
Yes. Like
Okay,
for
thank
example,
you.
let me do it just 1 minute. I'm just doing it to repeat that. For example, this is a list and other sheet. If I click on this protect sheet and if I give password 123 and 123, you will notice the all the functions will be invisible or
Mm.
inactive. You see,
Yeah.
you cannot
Yes.
click anywhere. If
Yeah.
I click anywhere, if I want to make changes anywhere, I'm not allowed. Why?
Mm.
Because when I applied protection on this specific sheet, I did not unlock the entire sheet first. That's why, I'm unable to make any changes. The entire sheet is already locked by default, and if I apply protection on this specific sheet, I will not be able to make any changes. But this method we applied here, this is, we are applying protection on this specific area, on the specific cells, and the entire sheet will be open for working. So this is why what I was telling that when you see some this kind of formats specifically, you receive or you work on this kind of formats when you work with the UN type organizations. Usually you are not able to make changes in Excel files, invoices, or timesheets or something like this. So these are protection by this method. So the
Okay.
the files are protected by this method.
Okay. I will do it myself again, and then if I got some more confusion, I'll ask again. Thank you.
Welcome, no problem. So I hope all are okay with this kind of, protection methods. If there is no question from any other one, so I move on to the next topic. Please let me know. May I proceed?
Yes,
Yes,
please
yes,
go.
please proceed.
And also let me know if you need 4 or 5 minutes break. I think it's very hectic for all of you. So let's take 3 minutes break and I'll be back at 9:05. So right now it's 9:02. So let's take 3 minutes break and I'll be back. Hello everyone, I'm back. So we are on the third topic now, which is page setup. Uh, I hope you are not that much familiar with this process, page setup, because I observed many professionals who always feel difficulty regarding this page setup process. So what do we mean by this page process? So uh, when we talk about this page setup, basically this process is all about, uh, adjusting your area or adjusting your text, uh, a big data set or maybe a big file, a number of pages, uh, making it able to, convert into PDF or uh, making it, enabling the big data file for, printing the, printing the file. So in other words, if you want to take print out of these 10, 12, or 20 columns, and you have a number of pages in the, big data file, how you will, uh, you know, adjust your page, how you will adjust the margins, how you will convert or adjust the margins, or how you will, make adjustments so that your file can be printed or so data can be printed. So, for example, just to give you a view of this customer database, go to this view menu. You will always find 3 or 4 options to just view the file. So by default, you are always on the normal page size, normal page view. So if you click on this page break view, page break preview, so this gives you an idea of your file, how many pages are in this file. If you take the printout of this entire sheet, how many pages you will be required. So as you know that there are 5,000 plus customer information and 100 plus columns. So if you give the command accidentally, so you need almost 1,500 pages for this data file. But we will learn how to adjust your data in a single page printout, or maybe if there are 2 or 5 pages, how to make adjustment of the selected area or selected page. So for this kind of adjustment, we are working. We will learn this process, page setup, how to start and how to make adjustment, or how to set the margins of the page, and there are some other options as well. So one option where you see the file area is page break preview, where this dotted line is actually showing the area of your one page. You can squeeze, you can adjust, you can move this dotted line to the right or left side to just adjust your page. So if you notice that when I move this line to the right side to J or K column, the number of pages will be reduced, which means now the same page is covering more text, more columns. At the same time, if I move this blue line, which is actually a border of one page, to the left side, so you will notice that the number of pages are increasing, because this blue line indicates now my uh, you know uh, my columns are less in one page, and the rest of the text will be shifted to other pages, so the number of pages will be increased. So I copy some text from here. Let me close this file, and let me open another file again, so that we start working on this. Sorry, let me close this one, and page setup, some other file will be there. Okay, we start from the same file. I was looking for another file which is not available in this folder. So what we're doing now, we just select some, area for this experiment. So let's say uh, I have this text column A to S, and I have copied the information of first 100 customers. And I'm copying this information to a new sheet where we'll be trying to, make the adjustment of the page. So uh, if you notice that we have text from A to S column, and if we go down, we have information of 100 customers. So how to start and how to, make it uh, convertible to a PDF, or, into ready for printing the file. So if if you click on this Control plus P, which is a command for print, you will notice that in this preview, uh, you need 6 pages to print this area. But if you click on this arrow next page, you will notice that there is a break of some columns and the information is incomplete. In other words, the information is not appropriately fit on one page, so you have to make some, adjustments. So to start this kind of activity, we first need to, you know, uh, squeeze the columns. Let's say uh, my dotted line is between column K and L, and I want to, squeeze these columns so I can cover all this area from A to S column. So how to do this? So I will be, going click on this page break preview, and I will be clicking on this dotted line and move it to the, at S column. Now the entire information will be covered in one page, but the question is whether the information is readable or not. So that's another challenge. So we have to, make some changes. You have to make some adjustments. So first I will, squeeze the column A, where we have customer ID, which is actually a long text column. So we are squeezing this column first so that we can manage other columns as well. So once we squeeze this column, the most of the text is, hidden now. It's invisible. So what we're going to do now, we are clicking on this A column, go to this, home menu and wrap text option. Click on this wrap text option. So you will notice that the rows are expanded now, which means that we just to take the printout of this entire area, we have to, squeeze the column and we have to make some adjustments accordingly. So if I click on this entire sheet and if I double click on this row, you will notice that the area will be adjusted somewhat. So similarly, at the second step, we need to, uh, mention the text in at the central part of the, row, or in other words, we need to make some alignment of the text. So I'm just picking the entire text, and by selecting the entire text, I will be clicking on this home menu. There is a, option middle align. So as I clicked on this, the, the column, the text is, at the middle part of the cell. So similarly, we are making some more changes. The name variable name is, it's bigger, so we can make some adjustment accordingly. I'm just mentioning here. I'm just adjust squeezing the columns actually, and I want to, make it more adjustable. So when once we do this adjustment, the squeezing the column and alignment of the text, you will go to this page setup, page layout. Sorry, there is an option of yes. So in the page layout, you will find some options related to page setup. In the page layout menu, The same option is available when you click on Control P, or when you click on this, when you go for print, when you press Control plus P option, P button to find the, print command. So you will find the same option here, page bottom. So first thing, either we need this data on portrait form or landscape. If the data is too much and we need the entire data and also it should be readable, so we can shift it on the landscape. So there is an option. So for example, if you click on this drop down menu, portrait orientation or landscape orientation. So if you click on this landscape orientation, you will see there is a more space for the, adjusted columns. Now you can expand the columns, you can make some more adjustment. At number two, whether you need this printout on letterhead or there is some page specification. So for example, if the page size is A4, which is actually a standard size, so you have more options now. So you can make the data accordingly. So you can, make some adjustments accordingly. So we are seeing that we have found some more spaces. So we can go to this, simple page and we can expand our columns accordingly. So all we are trying to doing, all we are doing this just to, cover more area on a single Excel page. Either you can take printout of this file or you can convert it into a PDF file if you are required to share with other team members. So other things, I will be clicking on this page setup now. Click on this page setup and you will find some options here: page, margin, header and footer and sheet. So if you think, yeah, your text is very, in smaller view, in smaller size, and you want to make this view bigger or you want to make it adjustable, so you will find this scaling percentage. So right now, this text is at text size is 65% or normal size. If you increase this size from here, your text will be, expanded. Your text will be into, converted into a bigger view. So for example, if I click on this 70 or 75%, you will see the change. So now I think it's more readable. Go to this one, and again you can make some changes here. You can increase the size of this, entire sheet. Also, uh, if we go to this file, actually, we have converted this page into, landscape from portrait. When we started this process, it was on the portrait side. Now we have shifted into landscape. So by this view, we know that there is some more margin, so we can make some adjustments accordingly. So what I'm doing now, I'm just, expanding the rows so that the rows are clearly readable. And also, now you can see that this text is more adjustable, looks better. But when you take the printout, you notice that there is no gap between the rows, and you have margin or option to expand the, rows. So what you're going to do, select the entire area, and when you see this kind of sign at the bottom left top side or at any row, click on the, on the row size, and you will notice that there is a, actually the pixels and the row size is mentioned, height of the row, and also the pixels are mentioned. So if you expand little bit at the lower side, so you notice that the pixel and the height side is, being changed. So just to make it more readable, just to make it more visible, you can expand the rows accordingly. So what we are doing now, after converting onto landscape, we are making it more readable and more easy to understand. So moving forward, go to this, file, and now we can change the margins of this file. If the text is, if there is more text or more columns added on this page, and we want to change the margins, so here is the margin option. Click on this, and by default, these margins are like this: 0.75, 0.7, 0.75. Let's say if you have more columns and the area is less, you can decrease the margins. For example, let me change the margins and just to give you a view how it looks like. So for example, if you click on this, okay, so you know we have more area here. It means we can expand our columns accordingly. So also, if you click on this margin button, margin tab, you will notice that there are two options: center on the page horizontally or vertically. So if I click on this horizontally and press OK, so you'll notice that the entire text will be, in the mid of the page. Either it's vertical, it's portrait or landscape, the text will be, mentioned on the mid of the page. So again, if you click on this and you go to this margin tab and you click on this vertical, so you'll notice that the entire text will be perfectly in the middle of the page. So now you see the margin from margin of the blank area is equal on each side. So you can change this margins accordingly. It's up to you how you want to make it. So with the given scenario, if there are some more options related to header and footer, if you want to mention something on the header or footer, you can mention here. So this option is also available. Let me show you. This option is also available when you click on this page layout, page setup, go to this print title, you will find the same menu here: page, margin, header, footer, something. Also, one thing more. If there are more than one page, one, two, or three, and you want to repeat the header of this, file onto other pages as well. For example, when we take this preview, and if I change the page, we don't know which column is stating what. So we need the header on each page. For example, if I go to page number 3, so there is no header. We want to repeat the header. So there is our process. Go to this page layout menu, go to this print title, and click on this, row to repeat at top. Click on this first option and pick the row which you want to repeat on each page. And by clicking on this, you will notice that this row will be repeated on each page. So this is fine from my side. Press OK. If I show you, so as you change the page size, page number actually, so you will notice that the header is being repeated on every page. So if you want to add page number, or if you want to mention something on the as header or footer, click on this header and footer. Here is a header. You can mention anything from here. For example, if I want to mention the file name on the header of each page, I can pick this option. If you want to mention it's confidential, click here. And confidential, the date and the page number will be mentioned on the top of the file. So you notice that if you change the page, if you go to page 2, page 3, so you will find this option, this header everywhere. Similarly, if you click on this and go to this footer, and you want to mention page number here. So let's say you mention page number here. You will notice that after mentioning page number at footer with different style, now you can see the page number is mentioned at the bottom and at the header as well, because in the header this page number is mentioned in the the style we picked. Otherwise, you can change the information for the header. Let's say if I pick this, sorry, sorry. So let's say if I want to mention customer database name here and the top and the header. So my header is changed now. My page number is mentioned at the bottom. So these kind of changes are required sometimes for the page print. So all the changes done, I think. We have mentioned, we have repeated the header. We have mentioned page numbers. We have given the title or header. We have mentioned the footer as well. So there are margins are set. You can change the margins accordingly. I just, for demo purpose, I just applied some options. And also, if you go to page, so the sheets are, the all the functions are picked accordingly. So if you click OK, and if you give print command, so your print will be, uh, in print of this 4 pages will be uh, accordingly according to these settings. So also, if you want to convert these settings, this Excel file into PDF file, so you simply click on this and go to this, there is an option. So sorry, go to this print command, and you will find a PDF option. I hope you must be familiar with this because most of the professionals, they give printout of Excel work in PDF. So you can just mention uh, the title of name of the file, customer file database as PDF. And you can, if we save this at the desktop, and we will see how it converted into PDF. So I'm just minimizing this just to check if we have applied the same thing. So it should be here. Yes, customer database. This is the file we have converted into PDF right now. So if you click on this PDF file, you will notice that the entire sheet, which and the selected area has been converted into, PDF with the 4 pages, having the header and repeated header, and also other header which we mentioned ourselves, also page number, and all the settings are there. So this is how you can perform this page setup. And why we explained this, and why we, uh, added this topic in our content, because I observed many professionals who does not know, who don't know the process of this page setup. And when they take printout of some Excel work, so there are some mistakes, or there are some uh, the file, either the table is incomplete in the printout, or either there are some alignment issues, some page adjustment issues. So I thought it should be added in the content. So this page setup process is over from my side. We are left with the one topic, which is obviously not possible to complete this because it takes 20 to 30 minutes to complete this topic, validation of data. We will cover it in the next class. If you have any question regarding today's topic, you can ask. Otherwise, we should conclude this class. Any question from your side?
Yeah, actually, in conditional formatting, if you explain something related to formulas, we can able to format the cell using the formulas also, right? In conditional formatting.
For example,
For example, in conditional formatting, we have one option for, with the formula in a new rule. If we click the new
morals.
rule, yeah, use formula to determine which cell to format, right? That is last option. Maybe in next class, if you perform any operation or any example with the formulas, it will be useful because for the
Okay,
work related things, we are using something.
fine. So
Yeah.
let me check it. I
Mhm.
think you want to highlight those cells which are calculated after the formula,
Yeah.
and you want to highlight,
y-
right?
Yeah, with the formulas, if conditions or some other if condition in the same sheet, if the cell contains this one, like some if formulas, we using some if formulas, if we can able to highlight some cell, it will be useful for us.
Okay. Is it possible if we can postpone this topic to the formula class, because we will be covering a lot of formula options in formula
Oh,
class.
okay.
So
Okay,
please
okay,
remind
then
me
fine.
then. I don't
Okay.
want to confuse other participants with this formula command, because that's quite technical. If command, that it's quite technical. So what
Yeah,
I want,
yeah.
when we will be discussing all the formula types, and we
Mm-hmm.
will be covering if command logical formulas as well. also. So please remind me then. So I will be applying the if
Okay,
command
sure.
as well, and we will try to figure it out how to, apply conditional formatting on this formula. So
Okay,
just
sure, sure.
that's just a suggestion. Maybe we'll be covering this topic in the next week, so we can work on this later.
Okay, sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem. So thank you very much. If there is no more question, so I'm concluding this session. And if you find any question or if you find any difficulty, you can discuss it there, next class. So signing off. We will see inshallah on the next class on Thursday evening.
Thank
So
Thank you.
you. Thank you so
thank
much.
you. Good
Allah
night.
Hafiz.
Thank
Thank
you. Allah
you.
Thank
Hafiz.
you.
Thank you. Allah
Thank you.
Hafiz.